Hey everyone, it's Char from Char's Fascination. I haven't got this done yet, this skirt. That's later. But I figured for now, I promised you something else. My back got to the point on the side, I took a hot shower and washed my hair, letting this dry, but that's not why we're here. We are here because I promised you some knitting. So now I've got to the one point where I have cast on to where I want this, right? And then what we're going to do, because we have enough of this on here now, that we are going to start casting on. That's right, that magic bag. You can always find stuff on Amazon. This is about that easy. This is a tote bag. It's like a beachy tote bag. Sure, you can find that. I did not purchase it. Mama Babes Beauty did. And she sent that to me, what was that, a few years back? But I use it. Anyway, so now we're going to cast this on. So I'm going to go ahead and switch it to the back camera and get that going. So see you in. So the sake of doing this is because Fossy Bear, if you don't know who he is, go check him out. I will leave him linked in the description box. He does unboxing. He tries on cosmetics. I don't care, he's a man. He tries on makeup. Okay, so like we would normally do for casting on the gray, right? Now, here's the thing. When you go to add this in, sorry about that. When you go to add this in, go ahead and just, you can either cast it with this one, which you kind of want to because that'll lock it in. So make sure that you have a specific amount, right? Put it over, just loop it over it. Loop it over, right? Now, there's a reason why. When you go to do this, look what it just did. Look what that just did. So, now, drop that gray. Now look, we have the tail. We have the tail yarn. Leave that there. It's a tail thing now. And take it, loop it, take it, loop it. See how I'm going here? And through this process, now watch. Take it through here. Now, like I said, a lot of people do their knitting different. Like some people will just take it through and go like that. Okay, instead of what I do, but that depends on the pattern that you want. Some people will tell me, oh, you're doing it wrong. No, I'm actually not doing it wrong. And I'm also doing what's comfortable for my hands. So again, put it through here, loop it, scoop it. The other reason that I'm doing it this way is because it might have got confusing. So I wanted to do this at a different angle so that you guys can see that it just goes through here. So it's touching your index. And that index is also holding that piece of yarn. I almost said fabric. Oh my gosh. Now, you know what's funny is one yarn company, excuse my bag next to my chair where I thought it was, actually has what's called denim. So it's like they have a denim colored yarn. And if I can find it at my Michael's Crafting, you're darn skippy. Now, I'm going to do this part. That's why I'm continuing to show you as I do this, how my hands get used to doing this, right? And then don't forget to scoot that down. Now, this is the outside. This is the outside right here of whatever you're going to make, because this is going to end up, well, one of these sides is going to end up being the in, one's going to be the out, because eventually one of these sides will make a line, an inverted line with that gray. So I'm going to continue going across with this, right? And like, I'm sure you'll catch on. And then don't forget to scoot your yarn up a bit and just continue with that, right? Again, through there, loop it. Remind yourself where that piece of yarn is. It's around that yarn, or around that finger. Yarn. My brain is spinning yarn today. And it's important to remember how you're going to do this. Now, everybody has their own technique. Everybody gets comfortable with their own technique on doing this. I'm just trying to show you the way I know is easier and more comfortable, because, you know, hey, arthritis, it happens. It happens to suck like anything else. Yeah, so pretty much you will catch on to this eventually. Like I said, I got frustrated the first time. And Fossey, let me know, Jason, if his name is Jason. His channel name is Fossey Bear. It would be Fozzie, but you know how YouTube be about that, copyrights and all. I gotta remember to keep it over here because the back camera is over here. So yeah. I'm just trying to keep this within view of camera, and this is much better. I'm sorry about that. So anyway, I hope you caught on to how I started that, because right there, that's very important for the casting on of, you know, of course you're going to take that gray with this eggshell color. This is not a white, this is an eggshell. And don't worry, I'm putting on a new set of nails later. I've just been letting my nails take a breather, because you got to do that. Remember to push this yarn back. Now I'm going to go ahead and finish this up. We'll be back with the casting back the other way so that you can see that line in there that you might be somewhat able to see. Right? See that right there? Okay, so if you don't see that here, that means this is the front, this is the back. So I don't know how well you can see that in here, but that is now the inside. Unless, of course, you like that, then you can make that the outside. So it's up to you. Anyway, we'll be right back. Okay, now that we're back, right? And have to remember the camera's here on this side. So, okay, again, now this is just going to be your basic cast on. It's, you know, now it's the basic. So you might wonder, how do I know how many to do before doing the cast? You have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now some people might say there's 5 there. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4. So what you might see as a 5th would be the one that we casted the eggshell color on. Now, again, it's just the basic casting on. And then when we do this, remember when you start from where the tail yarn is for each one of these. Now, the way I'm doing these is actually the old way. If you don't have knitting needles, like I said in the other video, Use a set of chopsticks to stick an eraser. Use dowels. Again, you can stick an eraser on the end. Now one of those school erasers that has a little end right here, the skinnier end right here, you could do that. As long as you don't make these ends sharp, make them kind of blunt. So, like I said, this is your typical casting on of this. Now, let me show you what the snail looks like. See what I mean about this? Right here. You now have this. Now, like I said, you can leave this on the inside just so that indicates the inside of your hat. Or if you want that as a decorative look, you can do that. But I think for the most part, maybe it's just me, I like a more clean line look, and that's when I go with this, excuse me, instead of this. It's your choice. You can do that. You can literally make it so it's reversible. Let's say if you're making a hat, it depends on the garment you're making, you know, how you want it to fit your style. This, so far, I don't know yet what I want to make out of this. Now, we could be making a sweater, we could be making a hat, a scarf. It's definitely not gloves. It's not socks either. So that's making socks is a whole other video. So let me finish this, and you'll like cast on 4 rows of this, and then I will show you how beautiful that looks. It looks as beautiful as this. Also, don't forget when you're doing something, I'm not going to turn this music on. Amazon Prime has so many different things. It's not a sponsor, it should be. But Amazon Prime has Prime Music. And right now, I have Aerosmith on there. I have it paused for good reason. That way I don't get a copyright. But they did this song way before Eminem. Way before Marshall Mathers. So anyway, if you want to do something, you know, and have music playing, I suggest Amazon Prime. I used to have a Pandora account, and I used to have a Spotify account. I probably still do. But I actually like their selection of music better. So look, if you have Amazon Prime, look for the music section and rock it on. Real quick, here's something I want to show you. If you don't feel like after you cast where you have these two at, if you don't feel like that's going to be comfortable enough, go ahead, and that's why we made this short, the tail on the eggshell one. Go ahead and tie yourself a knot. Don't not think that you can't do that. Naughty jokes. Naughty jokes. Why not be naughty on some days and tie a knot? Okay. Now, you can feel more secured with that like that. I'm sure you can. And then you just continue with the eggshell as I have done here. And then, of course, you will turn it. And of course, this is going to be back here because it's your working yarn. So I wanted to show you that real quick before we continue with this. This is also what I mean by it's very clean on this side. And then you have the striping right here on this side. So, yeah. Something that I do want to show you. Yes, I braided it. I stopped, brushed out my hair, and braided it all the way down to here. So, put my hair back. What I want to show you is what I was talking about. How you can do this. I'm just going to go ahead and cast that on like that, right? Now I want to show you something. Remember what I said about the index finger and the yarn. You take in this one. That's a little tricky. I got it. Okay. And then you take this finger and you go like this. Eyes are closed. Did I do it? Look. We've done it kind of weirdly. It takes a little practice. That's why I wanted to do this. Now, I know I saw it going in there. So what I do want to show you is, if you cannot see, remember, your index finger is very important for this. And if you don't have an index finger, use your other fingers. You'll figure this out. Goes in the back, it's touching your finger. Then you make sure that this here is there, right? This is very important. Did that go? Did that go? This is important. Okay, it went this time, and then you just pull it down. Okay, now I'm not making fun of nobody. I just want to show you that if you cannot see, put these, you can also slide it down this way. Remember to use the back of this. Make sure that you feel that over that. You can scooch it back a little bit, but make sure you have that one. And then when you go, see, now that time it didn't go. It didn't go. So you see what I mean? You have to like make sure. So it's all about touch. Now I'm holding this loop with my thumb. And I did it again. So it's not, oops, I did it again. So, okay. There we go. Now, I hope that does help, because now, as you notice, I did 2 of these with my eyes closed, one with my eyes open, and look what we got. Look what we got. And now I'm listening to some other music. I have a playlist on here. If you purchase, it's like $3.99 for it. $3.99 a month, I believe. Anyway, practice. I'll show it to you one more time. Actually, like I said, this is something you can do in the dark if you wanted. I probably really could do this in the dark. Like I said, make sure you feel that. Make sure you're holding that with your thumb when you do those. Okay, when you come back, you need to feel that with your thumb. Scooch your next one forward. Fossey, I hope this helps you. So I hope that was interesting enough for you. Like I said, scoot your next one forward. So I'm going to finish this off and then we'll be back. So like I said, I hope that really helps to show you that even if you can't see, or in sign language if you're deaf, right? If you're deaf, or blind, you can't see. I hope that helps you, and thank you for watching. And I'm not going to say that for the outro because we're not done with this yet, but you know what though? We'll go ahead and finish this part off. I'm kind of like excited about being able to show you how you can do that without being able to see. And I took my glasses off. I don't like having mine on either. Why does mine have a hair on them? Probably because I brushed my hair out, did my braid. Y'all know I leave my braid at the side, but I didn't want it getting caught in that. Doing this with my eyes closed. Now, the reason I took my glasses off to show you this with my eyes closed is to show you that no, I'm not cheating on this, and that you can really do this with your eyes not working. You know, if you're blind, or going blind to the point where you have to do that, that is a concept I wanted to show you, that no matter what disability you have, it will never disable you from being who you are. We'll be back. So, to end this video, we're going to continue to crochet a little bit. So I'll tell you, this actually takes a lot of time. So if it costs that much because I don't have superpowers, then it costs that much because it takes me freaking hours. You know that song. It costs that much because it takes me fucking hours. It costs that much because I don't have superpowers. So anyway, again, here's the clean line of it. And like I said, it also depends on your taste. You can also make this, like I said, to be reversible. You can do that. But I think for now, because I'm excited, Rob wants to do a Supernatural Saturday. Now, he's my co-host. He's my friend I rent from. And sometimes we do Supernatural Saturday. And if you're not into the paranormal, hey, that's fine. It's for, you know, the fun of it. Although what we do catch on video is not fake. As a disclaimer, that's not fake. So there are a lot of people out there that will fake the paranormal happening. But anyway, I hope that you have enjoyed. I gotta take those off. I actually gotta clean them. Scratching your ear. Have enjoyed me also teaching. Go like this. Find it and make sure it's touching your finger. And then drop that one. And there we go. I can't believe I actually did part of this with my eyes closed, but that's to teach you. Like, I know what I said earlier, you know, if you're blind, you can do this. Actually, you can. You just have to have somebody teach you the hand rhythm and what to do this. Now, if you can see, but you're blind without your glasses, also, if you have cable, see if you can pull that up on your TV and you can see it better. But until then, stay happy, stay healthy. stay positive, and as always, stay blessed. And I will see you in the next one, which is Supernatural Saturdays. And I'm charging up the batteries for this. So I'll see you then. Stay nitty.